Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to go through another example of an absolute value inequality, and the problem that we have here is 13 plus 3x, the absolute value of is greater than or equal to 5 plus 3x. Now you may recall in my video about understanding absolute value inequalities that when we have a situation like the absolute value of A is greater than or equal to B, our possible values for A are A is less than or equal to negative B, or A is greater than or equal to positive B. Okay, so for the value of A to satisfy this inequality, A can either be less than or equal to negative B or greater than or equal to positive B. So let's apply that to this equation, this inequation that we have here. So that means that 13 plus 3x is less than or equal to negative 5 plus 3x, or 13 plus 3x is greater than or equal to 5 plus 3x. Alright, so I'm going to work through the first scenario here. And first thing we do is to expand the brackets. So we will have 13 plus 3x is less than or equal to, sorry, just write that a bit neater, less than or equal to negative 5 minus 3x. And now what I'm going to do is to get all of the x's on the left hand side and all the numbers on the right hand side. So I'm going to subtract first both sides of the equation, both sides of the inequation I should say, by 3x. I'm not going to subtract, I'm actually going to add, sorry. So 13x plus 6x, that's what we result in if we add both sides by 3x, is less than or equal to negative 5. So adding 3x to this side gets rid of the minus 3x here. And now I'm going to subtract both sides by 13, which will leave us with 6x is less than or equal to negative 18. And then finally I'm going to divide both sides by 6, and that will leave us with x is equal to negative 3. So we know at least that x must be less than or equal to negative 3 to satisfy this inequality. Now let's look at the other scenario. So again, I want to get all of the x's on one side and all of the numbers on the other side. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and that will give us 13 plus 0x is greater than or equal to 5. And now I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides, and that will leave us with 0x is greater than or equal to negative 8. Now here's something very interesting, because we have here 0 times x is greater than or equal to negative 8. Well, there's no possible value of x that for this statement not to be true. So x could be, say, negative 5. So 0 times negative 5 is still greater than or equal to negative 8. X could be, say, 1000. So 0 times 1000 is greater than or equal to negative 8. So what this scenario means is that the solution for x to satisfy this inequality, x can be any real number. X can be all real numbers, So our final solution would be x is an element of the subset of real numbers. So in our first instance we found that x is less than or equal to -3. Well, that's true, but when we solved for the other instance of this scenario, we found that any value of x would satisfy this inequality. So the actual solution is the proper solution is x is all real numbers. So I hope that this video has helped. If it has, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have any math question that you would like for me to answer, please comment below and I shall endeavour to help you on future videos. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you've learned something.